What starts as a small anyana idea can actually turn into a big, successful business. Kodwa-ke, udinga ukuthi wena uthi ukufaka i-effort phela. Dedicate your time and make sure that you trust the process. So on the show, we get to sit down nabantu abafana nalabo, abantu abama-go-getters, abantu abathi nje cha, mase sengithe ngiyayenza lento, ngiyayenza and ngiyayenzisisa. We get to hear from their perspective ukuthi what does it take to run a successful business. With that being said, ladies and gents, welcome to a brand new season of the Next Billionaire. Igama lami uNsanda uNusidinda. Intombi esemanqeni ibhinti abantu bashiya amahle bathi nawe yayibonela mfowethu. I am your host. Asilene ngaphakathi ngisibona ukuthi ngiyiphi business sivakashela.
Good morning, Njani. Welcome to Umdlalo Lodge.
Oh, yeah, igama lami ke uNsanda. I come from the Next Billionaire.
Siyabonga phela siyazama phela. Cha, mina ngicela ukukunika imagarita.
Ngifuna
uyayibona
ubeka lapho
sisheke sisonke.
Ngoba ikhofi ngizobe ngibona okusenza kusamagarita nyana
Akunankinga, wozivela ungijoyine nje.
So, you still watching Next Billionaire ngamakala usungibona sengila. Kuthiwa angizozenzela ngi-guest. Kodwa ngiyasenzela ngemisele ngiyafundisa. Uzomlanda mdala.
Phela yabona le mpahla senza lana awuyithola indawo abanye abantu bafikela yona.
Imargarita
leya like athi imnandi wadlula wonke. So angazi anizozibonela.
Okay.
All right. So asiqale ngokuthi siyaliprepare iglass lethu. Ulibona ngithi i-rim.
Lo sawoti nibuza ke rim? Yeah, i-rim.
I-salt rim. Siqale siprepare anganoma ufuna ukuzama yini noma mhlawumbe ngithi ukukhombisa kancane, ufike ufake nje ulamula kancane and then uqhubeke uround iglass lonke.
Okay.
Nazo ke. Roundisa nje. Ungasabi nazo ke abanye abantu bathanda more, abanye bathanda leso then.
So i-add i-taste or
i-add i-taste angithi ngathi le ndaba lena i-strong. I-strong so engathi ungabe uthi uyayiphuza ibe cancel yabo neutralize usawuthi izinto ezinjalo. Yes, and then lana we have usawuthi wethu and then uzoloku ufake nje kancane. Abanye abantu bayazicelela bathi hayi ngicela ukuthi owami ube mncane, umuntu athi mhlamba wami ube mningi, uzobona ngeguest. Otherwise ufaka nje into ezobonakala ukuthi hayi siprephile kodwa la. Hayi ke siqedile la.
Also into ebambusa what it's
Exactly. Sibekele ecaleni la. Okay, now it gets exciting.
My favorite part.
You know. Asiqale ngolamula wethu ufake i-shots A1.
Okay.
There you go. This is i-concentrate, i-lemonade concentrate. Shot nje wena ungasabi aqhubeka ngoba ngathi sazofaka utshwala phela lana Nkosi yami.
Okay,
nazo ke. Yes, that's the one. Okay. Thank you. And then siqhubekela ngalana. Funa ukuthi sigcine ngotshwala.
Okay.
I see this is syrup.
Okay.
Syrup yethu nakhona uzofaka nje uthi 1 shot.
So zonke izinto ayidakwana
asikokufika lapho Nkosi yami. Siya kodwa siyanga khona.
Ufika kudala akisho ukuthi ngenzela umuntu obukayo mhlawumbe mengithandela uyabona.
I will go stress. Okay. ubone ukuthi mhla sekufika manje uthakhila.
Okay, yeah.
Sesithakhila ngesikhathi semisa i-single shot. Sayijikisa ke indaba yethu sesifaka.
Oh. Okay. Manje awusho ke ngiyabona ukuthi la mase ngifile nge-enjoy ama-drinks kukhona ibar kukhona yonke into but yini yenza ukuthi le ndawo be-special kangaka ngoba wena usebenza la ekhaya?
Ngisebenza la ekhaya impela. I would say into esenza ukuthi sibe special izinto eziningi zethu izinto ongazitholi especially around the area. I think even the further out you go, for example, ama-pizzas ethu la ekhaya they are sourdough based. Ngale ndlela yokuthi sengiwabonga lawo wonke amanye ngithanda leya la ekhaya. Impela nje sibe nane-special sakhona la no buy 2 get 1 free ekugcineni. Yabo you can bring ubaby la ekhaya ezokuspoila. Yebona sinana honeymoon sweets ngale muva.
Le baby mana ke honeymoon bani?
Honeymoon sweets phela sinama room lana mhlambe manifikile nyata nyabona senisuthi.
Yeah.
Sivele sibone ukuthi hayi ngeke mos asale
sesingena ngapha
sobona ekseni yebo yonke le nto le mhlambe so ama-margarita nawo sekuxakile.
Ngithi
nali room ngala.
Okay. Yeah, sesifakile ke lana. Sifaka ishot eyodwa.
Ngeke phela ngithona double up.
Okay.
Mase sifike ngala. Okay, and then naye ngomunye engafunda ngifika la ekhaya ukuthi naye kahle une% lakhe.
Okay. But what is it called?
Triple sec kwayona ngisiqale nge-syrup.
Yes.
Saqhubekela ngalana ke manje le flavored. Yona ke bakithi again inotshwala layo.
Okay.
Inotshwala layo kodwa sizofaka i-single ke lana ngoba phela umuntu sisathanda ukuthi yabo akwazi konke nje lokho sifaka i-single
yakhe. So ungitshele ke while simixa ke since kune honeymoon suite la.
Yes.
Ngibonile kukhona into esaspa sakumasajwa sakubotobotozwa. Tell me about that.
There is ispa sethu sina yonke into engakuthiwa uyayidinga usisi wethu ufundile so uyayazi lento ayenzayo.
Akushayi personal wrong. Hamba naye.
So yebona ngize ngibone ngathi kuthunqa yini amatshe. Lawa yabona lawa beka lapha
omnyama
impela nje nakhona konke kukhona nje nama facial yonke into uyayidinga nje ngempela uyakwenzela yona so ngathi ufika ngalana senvuke ekseni nibona ukuthi hayi ngempela I'm tired from the previous nights cathi ukuthi short left uyabhuka ngoba vele usuke uzothola your complimentary neck and shoulder massage mawubhukile vele 15 minutes.
Okay.
100%. So ikhona naleyo that is enticing. Ngiyazi ke ngathi kufake into encane la but sesiqedile.
Okay.
Sesiqedile manje.
So in Sanda, from Monday to Friday, we have a happy hour here too, from 5 to 6. So who is a joiner, even if for ladies nights,
Mama Karina, so figuring along. Gandang dalil mdalo, along. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
All right, so let me enjoy this margarita and then I want to have a chat with Vijay Naidoo, Umdlalo Lodge, who is the CEO of Shepstone Business Forum. So, what they are doing, they are signing an MOU with Ugu Association of Business. So, angenzela mase ngiyoxoxa ke naye ke. Welcome back from the ad break. You're still tuned into the Next Billionaire right here on 1KZN TV. So, the That's ngila ekugcineni kule ndawo enhle kangaka in the heart of Port Shepstone Umdlalo Lodge. Angibonanga kahle le ndawo kangaka. So ngafakwa ke ngabona istaff, ngabona bonke abantu abasebenza khona Shama Cocktail, but right now I'm seated with Vijay from Umdlalo Lodge. I want to find out from you everything about this beautiful establishment. First things first, what inspired you to become a businessman?
I think business has always run in my family. My wife always jokes me that I've never worked for anyone, so I always find it difficult to look at the other side of the equation, as it were.
Yeah.
So I think I've been blessed that my father was involved in business here for many, many years. And I think between the family members who continue to participate in the businesses, we've just made the foundation that my father formed much stronger. So a bit of luck, I think, and I think after that a bit of perseverance and obviously new ideas to grow the businesses that were already in place.
So speaking of ideas, if someone right now watching wants to know the keys of starting a business like this one, a lodge where they can have guests, what can they do? What are the keys to that?
Well, to be perfectly frank, we fell into this business by accident.
Okay.
I can't really
Okay.
I can't really take a lot of credit for where this business has come in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But we've operated, we were never involved in the hospitality industry. The property was bought as an investment and it was actually tenanted. After COVID, the family, with some pressure from my son and daughter, because there was already the infrastructure, they decided to get into the leisure sector and operate it as owner-operators. And I must tell you, it's been an extremely steep learning curve. So I cannot pretend to be any sort of expert in this business. I think everything I've learned, everything we've learned as a family and a business owner in the sector has been by trial and error. But we've been quick learners. You know, being business owners in other sectors of the economy, there are commonalities in running a business.
Yeah.
It's just trying to use your strengths from your other businesses in a different sector altogether. But it's been very, very interesting for myself, and I think for my son, who's been very, very active in pushing the creation and the running of this business.
So this is a family business, basically.
Very much a family business. So I always joke that even though I'm the face of the business here, I'm the landlord of my son, who actually is really the brains and the finance behind this business. I'm his landlord, but I'm also the general manager and the face of this business here. But apart from that, it's very much a family business, and we all try to contribute in some way or the other.
I can't believe that this started just after COVID, because COVID was like 2021, right?
Well, I think the business did have quite a good and quite a mature history before COVID.
Okay.
But when we bought the business and the tenants, we had a bit of an issue with tenants in that period, and of course COVID then hit in 2020, 2021, and I think a lot of the goodwill and a lot of the reputation of this business was lost by, I think, the existing tenants trying to keep the business together. So we had to do a lot of rebuilding in terms of the brand and in terms of attracting people back, because I think a lot was lost in terms of this brand in the 3 or 4 years that the tenants struggled to actually keep the business going. But we must be honest that there was a very, very strong foundation set in the 15 or 16 years before COVID hit that this business was actually established. So we have to give credit to the previous owners in terms of creating a brand that was quite well recognized. All we had to do was just add a bit of polish back to the brand after the damage that COVID did.
So right now we are seated in what we can call the dining area of the lodge, but I want to know what other things does this lodge have?
All right, so
what can we expect?
There is a bit of a split personality in the operations here. So we are sitting in what is called our Shaka room, which is when it is an events room, it is called Shaka. It's called the Shaka room. But when it's not using the events room, it is set up as the main dining floor for Zizi's restaurant. So at the moment, it's set up as Zizi's Restaurant, which is our dining, I would say our formal light dining area. So we're sitting in the Shaka room at the moment. It does extend into the Simba room, which is an adjunct to the Shaka room. So all in all, we can seat about 60 people here in a restaurant format.
Okay.
When we do have functions, all of this is stripped out, and it then can accommodate up to 100 people as a function room. So there's a lot of juggling going on. I'm very blessed to have staff who are quite flexible, so we are able to turn this into a function venue quite quickly. It does mean we aren't able to serve restaurant guests in a more formal environment here. So when we have a function in here, the coffee shop, which is adjacent to this is then used as a restaurant. But I do have a full service kitchen that's able to service the restaurant and able to service functions, and of course our room guests when they are here on demand.
So for the restaurant, I can come here at any time, at any day. Do I need to book? What exactly happens?
The restaurant's open from 12 to 8, Monday to Friday. Tuesday to Friday. We are closed on the Monday. We use the Mondays for a bit of our cleaning and stock take, etc.
Okay.
It is open from Tuesday to Sunday from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening.
All right,
And we don't, reservations are not really, we hope we get to a situation where people will be clamoring for reservations, but at the moment it's fairly easy to get in. So you will be able to just walk in and attend and have a meal here with your family if you want to.
All right, so when we get back from the ad break, I want us to get more into the business forum. There's a lot of things that you are doing, Vijay. So we want to find out more on that so that we can learn from you as well. Keep it locked in. Welcome back from the ad break. You are still tuned into the Next Billionaire right here on U1KZN TV. So, sisahle naye ku-Vijay, sisakhona futhi lana Umdlalo Lodge. Sibona ubuhle bendawo, but bengikuthembisile ukuthi mesibuya, we're going to speak about the business forum. Apparently, there is a business forum here in Port Shepstone, and you are the CEO. So, I'd like to know, how was it formed? You're now the CEO. We'll get more into it, but how was it formed in the beginning?
All right, so the Port Shepstone Business Forum was actually formed a little bit by accident. We had a situation where there was planning being done for the new mall that eventually was built at the taxi rank. And the business owners adjoining the taxi rank were having a lot of difficulty getting any sort of information from the municipality. And it was formed almost as a pressure group, as an action group, to try and get some information about the taxi rank, development of the taxi rank, and also obviously to look at whatever threats the taxi rank development could actually present to these business owners. Subsequent to that, when the information was finally achieved and when we were able to get some sort of cooperation going with the developers and the municipality, we then realized that there was a need for an alternative business voice, particularly in the Port Shepstone CBD and the Marburg industrial areas, because a lot of the business owners in Port Shepstone, in the Port Shepstone CBD, in the retail and commercial space, also own significant interest in property in the industrial areas, and they obviously had needs and concerns that they needed to be addressed. So, with the relationship that was already been formed with the municipality, we then found a way, we then decided to formalize the entity and form the Port Shepstone Business Forum, which was done, I think, about 6 or 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So in terms of the operations of the Port Shepstone Business Forum were quite strongly determined by the geography. So we initially have limited the membership of the forum to business owners in the Port Shepstone CBD and the Marburg industrial area. So it's quite a small footprint, but in terms of the activity that these businesses actually represent, it is very significant to the economy of the greater Port Shepstone municipality. So the whole Rain-Conyeni municipality is actually heavily benefited by the operations of our membership.
Seems like there's a lot of work being done by this forum, and I love it. But I'm wondering, what are the qualities for businesses to join, or what qualifies a business to be part of this business forum?
Currently, our membership criteria is purely ownership of property in the Port Shepstone CBD. So if you own a property in the Port Shepstone CBD or the greater Rain-Conyeni municipality, you are entitled to become a member of the association. But we've realized as well that in property ownership, if you've bought a property that you're not operating out of, you have businesses operating out of this. So we've extended the membership to businesses that may operate out of properties that are owned by our members as well. So those are the two main criteria.
Are there any opportunities for SMMEs to join?
Well, one of the objectives of the forum, as I've said earlier, is building linkages between in all sectors of the economy. And one of our key objectives is enterprise development. So we are always finding ways to see how smaller businesses can participate with our more established businesses. And there's always a willingness on my membership to actually help in terms of some sort of mentorship, but also opening market access doors to their products, and also in terms of outsourcing opportunities for smaller business. So there's a conscious effort to actually make sure that we are as inclusive as possible with SMEs.
So speaking of SMMEs, I know that to run this big establishment, there's surely suppliers who are SMMEs that are part of the chain. But do you think they really do understand what it takes to be part of a chain like that? Do they have what it takes currently?
I think there's a great deal of work to be done. You know, not just having, as an SMME, just having a product or just having a service that is something that might be in demand by established businesses or the community at large is not enough. I think in the area we live in now, if I can just first of all look at business, former businesses operate under very, very tight legislative regulations. And everything we actually do, we have to account to government and other bodies. So to be able to supply an established business, there's quite a few things that you would need to do to get your own ducks in a row to be able to supply an established business. So having a product that you can produce at a good price is one thing. But being able to align your product with the regulations that the potential buyer has to be conscious of is the trick.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the red tape is there.
Yeah.
It's just you just can't take it away.
All right. So I think we have heard everything that we need to know about Umdlalo Lodge. And one thing people need to know that I've experienced, sleeping here, being a guest here, eating the food you serve here, it's one of the best. But we want to know, where is it located? Where in Port Shepstone can we come?
All right, so we are based in a little village called Umdlalo, which is about 2 km outside the center of Port Shepstone. Very easy to get to generally, but I think a lot of people are tearing their hair out about the construction and having to cross the bridge in the state that it's in. We're hoping that'll be resolved soon. But once you get here, we can promise you a really, really good experience. We try and treat, being a family-owned business, we try and treat everybody like family. So we can offer you really about anything you want. We have 9 ensuite bedrooms, one being a honeymoon suite. We have a full-service restaurant. We have a very chic bar that does some wonderful cocktails. And we also, we pride ourselves on being quite an in sought-after events venue. We can do events for 20 people up to 150 people. So yeah, we're trying to make sure that the service levels across every one of those offerings are actually superior to everybody else. So feel free to come and join us for a cocktail, to come and suss us out for one of your family functions or one of your corporate functions. I'm sure we'll be able to meet your needs and your budgets quite easily.
Now, with that being said, here is my very, very famous question that I have on the show. After seeing everything that you do, after seeing this beautiful establishment owned by you and your family, Vijay, Mr. Vijay Naidoo, do you see yourself as the next billionaire?
To be perfectly frank, I wish I still had another 20 years in me, but having reached the terrible 60s, as it were, I think I'm going to have to pass that mantle over to my son and daughter, who've got a lot more energy. My son seems to have ideas coming out of his head every single day. So myself, maybe not, but certainly the generation that follows me, I'm sure they're going to carry this mantle into the Next Billionaire sector quite easily.
Ooh, I'm loving this family tree being built here. Thank you very much for hosting us, Mr. Vijay. I will definitely go grab myself that cocktail I made earlier after this. Ladies and gents, with that being said, this is where we're wrapping it up for tonight. Catch us next week on Tuesday at 9:30 right here on 1KZN TV. Good night.